China has been exporting products to the rest of the world for decades. What they never told you is that they have also been exporting the exact business models that made those products worth buying in the first place. Most people look at Chinese manufacturing and see cheap goods. The people actually making money look at the same thing and see a blueprint. There is a difference between watching a product ship out of a factory and understanding the machine behind it well enough to run one yourself. This video is about the second group. 10 machines, 10 business models, all of them already proven, all of them already running in markets across Asia, Africa, and Latin America, and every single one of them available to a small operator who is willing to set it up and show up. Let us go through all 10. The first one is the tofu making machine. Tofu is one of the most consumed protein sources on the planet. In markets where meat is expensive or where plant-based diets are common, tofu fills a daily need. The machine takes soybeans, processes them through soaking, grinding, and pressing, and produces fresh tofu blocks ready for sale. The raw material cost is extremely low, and the finished product sells at a significant markup. Street vendors, restaurants, wet markets, and grocery stores are all consistent buyers. You do not need a large space to run this. A small production area, a reliable water supply, and a daily batch schedule is enough to build a steady local customer base. Fresh tofu produced locally also has an advantage over packaged tofu because buyers trust the freshness and the price is usually better. The second machine is the rice noodle machine. In Southeast Asia and parts of Africa, rice noodles are a daily food item. The machine takes rice flour or soaked rice and produces noodles in continuous output that can be sold fresh, dried, or cooked. Fresh rice noodles have a very short shelf life, which means buyers need a local supplier they can count on every day. That daily dependency is exactly what makes this a strong business. You are not selling a product someone buys once a month. You are selling a product that food stalls, noodle shops, and home cooks need every morning. The machine is compact, the operation is simple, and once you establish supply relationships with even a handful of regular buyers, the income becomes predictable. The third idea is the egg tray making machine. This one surprises people, but the numbers make sense quickly. Egg trays are needed wherever eggs are produced, sold, or transported, and eggs are one of the most universally traded food products in the world. The machine takes waste paper, cardboard, or newspaper, pulps it with water, molds it into trays, and dries them into finished packaging. Your raw material costs almost nothing because you are using recycled waste. Your buyers are poultry farms, egg distributors, markets, and supermarkets. The product protects eggs during transport, so it is not optional for anyone in that supply chain. It is functional packaging with guaranteed demand and near zero raw material cost. The fourth machine is the groundnut oil press. Cold-pressed groundnut oil is a premium product in many markets, especially where people are moving away from processed cooking oils and toward natural alternatives. The machine presses raw peanuts and extracts pure oil with no chemicals and no additives. The leftover pressed cake after extraction is not wasted either. It is sold as animal feed or used as a protein supplement, which means you have two products from one input. The oil sells at a strong price point in local markets, health food stores, and to restaurants that want to promote natural cooking. This machine has very low waste, strong margins, and a growing market of health-aware buyers who are willing to pay more for a product they trust. The fifth idea is the charcoal briquette machine. This one is particularly powerful in regions where cooking fuel is a daily expense for most households. The machine takes agricultural waste like sawdust, rice husks, corn cobs, or sugarcane bagasse and compresses it into solid fuel briquettes that burn longer and cleaner than traditional wood charcoal. Your raw material is essentially free or available at very low cost from farms and mills that are trying to get rid of it. Your buyers are households, street food vendors, restaurants, and small industries that use heat in their operations. In areas where firewood is becoming scarce and charcoal prices are rising, a locally produced briquette that costs less and burns longer is not a hard sell. It is a solution to a problem people deal with every single day. The sixth machine is the plastic bottle recycling granulator. Most communities generate plastic waste continuously and have no efficient local system for dealing with it. This machine shreds and melts plastic bottles into small pellets or granules that are sold to manufacturers who use recycled plastic as a raw material. You are not manufacturing a finished product. You are processing a raw material that factories need. Your input costs almost nothing because plastic waste is everywhere, and in many places you can collect it for free or at very low cost. Your buyers are plastic product manufacturers who need a consistent supply of recycled resin. This is a business that solves an environmental problem while generating income, and in markets where recycling infrastructure is developing, the demand for processed plastic material is only growing. The seventh idea is the small-scale soap-making machine. Bar soap and liquid soap are daily use products in every household on Earth. A small soap production machine allows you to mix oils, lye, fragrance, and additives and produce finished soap bars or liquid soap at a fraction of the retail price. The raw materials are widely available, the production process is straightforward once you learn the formulations, and the product sells through pharmacies, market stalls, schools, hotels, and directly to households. Local soap with a recognizable brand and consistent quality can build a loyal customer base quickly, especially in markets where imported soap is expensive and buyers are looking for an affordable alternative they can trust. The eighth machine is the cassava flour processing machine. In regions where cassava is a staple crop, there is consistent demand for processed cassava flour that can be used in baking, cooking, and food manufacturing. The machine peels, grates, presses, dries, and mills raw cassava into a fine flour ready for packaging and sale. Cassava is one of the cheapest and most widely grown crops in tropical regions, which keeps your raw material cost low. Your buyers include bakeries, food manufacturers, household consumers, and export buyers in markets where cassava flour is used as a wheat flour substitute. This machine adds significant value to a crop that in raw form sells for very little, and that value addition is where your margin lives. The ninth idea is the honey processing and filling machine. Raw honey is produced in large quantities in many parts of the world, but most small beekeepers sell it unprocessed at low prices because they do not have the equipment to filter, heat, and package it properly. A small honey processing machine filters out impurities, standardizes the consistency, and fills it into clean labeled jars ready for retail sale. If you are a beekeeper, this transforms your raw product into a premium item. If you're not a beekeeper, you can source raw honey from local producers at low cost, process it, brand it, and sell it at a retail markup. Honey has an extremely long shelf life, strong consumer demand, and a growing premium market segment for natural and organic varieties. The 10th machine is the corn puffing or snack extruder machine. Puffed corn snacks, rice cakes, and extruded grain products are popular across almost every market in the world because they are affordable, light, and satisfying. The machine takes raw grain like corn, rice, or wheat and uses heat and pressure to puff or extrude it into a finished snack shape. You can sell the product plain, salted, flavored, or packaged in small, single-serve bags for street sale or in larger bags for shops. The raw material is inexpensive, the machine runs continuously, and the output is a finished food product with strong consumer appeal. In markets where imported snacks are expensive, a locally produced, affordable alternative fills that gap immediately. Here is what all 10 of these have in common. None of them require you to invent something new. None of them require a large factory or a team of engineers. Every single one of them is a machine that takes a raw material, processes it into something more useful, and sells it to buyers who already exist in your market. China did not get rich by keeping these ideas secret. They got rich by running them at scale while the rest of the world was still looking for the next big thing. The next big thing has been sitting in a warehouse catalog this entire time. You just needed someone to show you the page.